I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my top 5 books that were released in 2024. These can be in any genre. The genres happen to be horror and fantasy and science fiction. And I have 5 favorites and 1 honorable mention. The honorable mention is a short story collection. This Skin Was Once Mine by Eric LaRocca, and this is a collection of horror short stories. And Eric LaRocca is really great at pushing the boundaries and making you feel uncomfortable, and I like that a lot. But that's what they're supposed to do, and he does it so well. I think this is my favorite thing that I've read from Eric LaRocca, other than his very first book that is now like out of print, Ghosts in Every Thread. I love that story so much and got me hooked on Eric LaRocca. But this is the best I've read since then. Number 5, my favorites, is Bury Your Gays by Chuck Tingle. And this book takes place in Hollywood. It follows a director who's being pushed to kill off his gay characters in his TV show, and he doesn't want to do that. And there are consequences for not doing that. And his creations, his horror monsters from his movies, are starting to come to life and come after him. Such an interesting idea for a book, and it talks about a lot of hot button topical issues today, and I just really loved Bury Your Gays so much. Chuck Tingle's horror books seem to be right up my alley. Number 4 on my list is Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman. I do love Josh Malerman's stories, and this one has a very creepy lady that lives in this little girl's closet who she calls Other Mommy, and it is very scary. Some people say they don't like it because it's told from the point of view of a small child, but I love it. I love that point of view. I love everything about this story. Number 3 is a book that blew me away despite how incredibly tiny it is, and that is Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballingrud. It is a novella, the first in a series, and I can't wait for the next book to come out. This is a highly unique story about a hospital that treats depression, melancholy on the moon, that is built on top of a crypt where a moon spider used to live, and it has all this spider silk down there that they use for experiments on the patients. It is quite an interesting story. Very dark, gloomy atmosphere, almost gothic feeling, and bizarre. And I love it. Number 2 on my list. I had trouble choosing which one was going to be 2 and which one was going to be 1. And I think there might have been some recency bias that led to my choice of number 1, but what I landed on for number 2 is The Trials of Empire by Richard Swan. This is the 3rd book in his Empire of the Wolf trilogy, and I love this trilogy so much. It's gone on to my list of favorite fantasy series. I love that there is this Justice that's the main character, along with his team, who try to bring justice to the land, and there's all these plots and schemes and political intrigue going on in the background, and there is a little bit of magic. The Justice has some powers, and there's some really interesting lore that comes into play in the later books that I just love where it went. Almost horror elements that, you know, strike the right chord with me. Trial of the Empire, what a great ending to a great trilogy. And my favorite 2024 release that I read is Alien Clay by Adrian Tchaikovsky, and this is a standalone science fiction, and it blew me away. This organization that takes over on Earth and sends anyone who's against them to these prison colonies on other planets to work to uncover life on those planets, do research, that sort of thing. It is full of fighting the man, trying to be your own person when this organization is trying to keep you in your place, kind of thing. Also, this planet is so interesting. The way the species on this planet work is fascinating. It's a completely alien world and not anything like Earth, and it is so cool to read about. It has a really epic and satisfying ending, very exciting, and that doesn't mean it's all in the ending. I think it was really, really addictive all the way through. And that's why I chose it for my number 1 favorite 2024 release. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. What was your favorite 2024 release, if you've read any? And I will be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks. Bye.